Asante sana.
The Refugee Talent Group. Finally, we get that moment to experience part of what is happening with the amazing talent that comes in as refugees and is mentored directly through AYAN. Can we put our hands together and help me welcome the Refugee Talent Group, RTG.
I know the situation is very hard, but never give up. Keep pushing, keep moving, keep planning. Everything is gonna be alright. Together we can promote the peace, build the love. Together we can stop killing each other. Together we can support each other. I sing for peace, I dance for peace, I live for peace. Shaping a peace together. Yeah, together we can, 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 together we can. Together we can, together we can, together we can. Together we can, together we can, together we can.
Let's go. You guys cheer your team, cheer your team, cheer your team, cheer your team. Hey, 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 hey. Come on now, come on. Hey, 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 Ladies and gentlemen,
Icon Simon is standing taller than the Statue of Liberty, watching over humanity. Truth be told, if AYAN was a planet, it would be both earth and light, because this is the real powerhouse. Welcome to the Theater of Dreams. Happy 10th anniversary, mighty AYAN. Thank you. We are inevitable, we are limitless, and we can do all we can with what we have. And being a refugee shouldn't be like a blood stain on a white cloth. It's just a status. So they just also need access to opportunities to begin their journey to greatness. So when we change our mindset, the stereotype toward refugees, believe me, sky's the limit. Because sometimes we need to break to bloom. Thank you.
This gentleman is too powerful for me to let this pass.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm really glad for all this that is going on. And on behalf of all the refugees, on behalf of all the youth, really this decade of action has really been a decade of action, because I'm here. And I'm here, I'm going to also be able to pursue higher education, because I believe with all this investment made in me, I will continue to progress. And if I was not helped by this team, where would I be? I wouldn't be now vying for higher education. It would be too hard for me to get these competitive results to be admitted to the university. So you see how this work is so good. And really, I also love to participate in this work in the coming days, in the future, and even in the generations to come. I would love to live, to be with them and to be with AYAN. Thank you very much, and continue to keep up the work and continue to do the good work. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This journey that AYAN has taken is an inspiration to each and every one of us. I'm just going to read a small speech that I wrote for AYAN. It's a great honor to celebrate a decade with AYAN, a decade of resilience, innovation, and youth empowerment. This 10 years is actually, it's a remarkable journey as we sign. It's a sign of hope for the displaced community across Uganda, and not only Uganda, but also South Sudan. Over the years, we've seen a powerful shift, that refugees are no longer just part of the conversation, but they are shaping the narrative. Refugees are taking places they are taking seat in decision-making places. Refugee-led organizations today play a critical role in filling the gaps, providing cultural relevance and relevant services, advocating for policy change, amplifying the voice of those too often left out of decision-making spaces. We are often on the front line, not only of humanitarian responses, but of innovation, hope, peace building, long-term development. We've seen testimonies of people coming here and giving just one example of Simon and how he has been actually supporting his fellow refugees. So I will just call us to let's celebrate this as a reminder that we do not just support refugees in giving them hands out, but we give them hands up.
We are looking forward to the next 10 years that now will probably be years of impact. I remember meeting Simon in 2019. Simon, you may not remember. And when I met him, he was a very humble young man. And one of my takeaways from that meeting was he was not afraid to tell you the truth. And by then I was representing a donor, but he was able to tell me to my face the challenges in the system. And he was able to hold us accountable with the project we were introducing.
Thank you. My name is Chivumbi Hassan. I'm a peer educator, volunteering with Save the Children, and I'm a member of Epicenter, Health Center 3. And I'm also a group leader of a group called Information Providers, advocating to end teenage pregnancy in a member sub-county, also being supported by Save the Children. The reason why we came here, Save the Children sent us to learn from AYAN, to get lessons. Because all of us who came here, we have group of youth which we are leading for a purpose. They told us, you can learn from AYAN. They started their group as a group of young people. Now they are celebrating 10 years. These people are celebrating 10 years. Congratulations to you, Team AYAN. For sure, AYAN, you've done a lot to us. Because for us, we have learned a lot from you today. What you have done to me, most especially me, bringing Professor to me. Because for me, I always see Professor on TV. Whenever I always talk about young people. For me, the advice always give. For me, I have bad luck. People whom I always want to meet, I always see them on TV. But today, at least I've managed to meet Professor.
Thank you, AYAN. My name is Howard Johnson, a director at African Youth with the Light of Peace. AYRP is a sister organization with AYAN. I want to talk on one thing about AYAN. I would like you to know as you go home that AYAN is a super dynamic refugee-led youth organization. Clap for that. One principle that I can pull out is super passion and love for humanity. I've seen this happening. I've seen AYAN moving across the country, involving the host youth, me inclusive. I started the organization because of AYAN. Simon knows in 2016 when he guided on how a youth organization can be started. Isn't that empowerment? So, I want to congratulate AYAN, and I tell you one word, that this is the beginning. Because of the great strides you have made, the sky is not even the limit. Thank you all. Have a blessed evening.
My name is Aliyah Muhammad, and I work for an organization called Innovations for Poverty Action. We are a policy and research NGO. And on behalf of IPA Uganda, I really want to extend our heartfelt congratulations to AYAN for making it this far. It's an incredible milestone, and it's been, I'm sure, 10 years of great impact, growth, and service. So it's been a real pleasure engaging with AYAN since 2023. We work together on an initiative called Two Generation Initiative, and that's a program that focuses on parents, caregivers, and children at the same time. And AYAN has been doing that. So AYAN's commitment to improving the well-being of both caregivers and children at the same time is really inspiring. AYAN is really bringing this two-generation initiative to life, and it's very powerful. And I want to thank them for supporting young mothers and nurturing their children. And the team has really done a great job in creating an environment where both these generations can thrive together. And the work that AYAN does is not just innovative, it's also compassionate, and it makes a real difference. Before I close, I just want to give a huge shout out to Patrick. It's been really great working with AYAN because of him. And I want to thank you for your partnership, Simon, your vision, and your tireless dedication. Look forward to this journey together. We're just getting started. Congratulations again on the 10 years.
Dear Team AYAN, congratulations on reaching this incredible 10-year milestone. Your dedication and hard work have been instrumental to the refugee response. At Independent Diplomat, we are thrilled to partner with you. All the best, ID team. So, just for the House to know, so Independent Diplomat does offer advisory services, and we've started partnering with AYAN and two other RLOs to offer diplomatic advice and give them access to political and policy spaces where they can speak about issues that affect them. I'll not go into details, but to Simon, Patrick, Victor, and everybody else here in the room, congratulations so much. This is from the ID team, and this is a small gift. I don't know who to hand it over to. Simon?
Don't know, see, don't know what you think this is it love or lust?
This is from Hilton Conrad Foundation. And it says, I'll just read it directly, it's also a written message. It says, we'd like to congratulate AYAN for 10 years of impact, serving refugees and host communities as one of our most esteemed RLO partners. Hilton Foundation is honored to be supporting the work in Uganda as a contribution towards the response by the government. We invest in children's health development and access to economic opportunities, which I think Alia has already mentioned. So the Conrad Hilton Foundation initiative works with a range of partners, to support solutions to some of the toughest challenges facing refugees and migrants, their families, and the communities that host them. And our strategic two-generation approach helps refugee children, their families, and caregivers thrive, forging a pathway to sustainable positive change. It's very long and a bit technical, so I'll jump some of it. So AYAN is one of the refugee-led organizations that we are so proud to partner with in Uganda to ensure there is meaningful participation and inclusion of refugees as genuine partners in decision-making. The work of AYAN has done and continues to do is a testament of the capability of RLOs once given a chance to contribute towards interventions that not only impact refugees, but the host communities within which they live. We partner through the Refugee Pathpreneur project, which is being scaled to leverage regional spaces in Kiriandongo, Rhino, and Chaka. I've jumped all that. So our call is for stakeholders, the government, to utilize the youth, the wealth and experiences of RLOs like AYAN. Ultimately, Simon and team, we celebrate the achievements of AYAN as one of our partners, and we look forward to the next 10 years of growth, impact, and scales of interventions. Hopeful that public, private, and humanitarian actors can move beyond fragmented responses to forge coherent, inclusive, and forward-looking partnerships that place displaced people at the center of policy and practice. My final thought, and I think I want to echo what Joye Mugisho said about meaningful refugee participation and helping RLOs to be in spaces that matter. I think it's up to us here, whether you're a decision maker, whether you're a mentor, whether you're a refugee-led organization, whether you're just a friend to the RLOs, to make sure that this comes to fruition. 15 years or 17 years ago, I think someone asked if there's a government entity here, and I somehow whispered here. But I don't work with OPM. I did work with OPM 12 years ago. And not 12, 6.5 years ago. But I worked for 12 years. So when I walk into this room, I see a lot of young people that I knew back then, and I was young myself, okay? So I moved from there, and then I worked with the UNHCR. And then I moved from there, and I worked with an embassy. Today I stand here, and I'm working for a partner. But my narrative changes depending on who I serve. But there's one thing that doesn't change, the principle that we serve humanity. We don't serve politics. Sometimes we serve people, but in the end, we serve humanity. And for me to engage with RLOs like Simon's RLO or Patrick's RLO or somebody else's RLO is not just about the name. It's what comes out of that engagement at the end of the day. Do you leave tomorrow and find that the young people that you are speaking to have become something, or you come back to square one? And I think as we go, we need to go with a takeaway. This is a celebration of 10 years, but 10 years of what? 10 years of someone's direction or a team's direction. What about the rest of us here? What do we stand for? So I think this is something that I would like us to ponder. And again, congratulations to the team of AYAN, because you've been exemplary. And for those that are struggling out there, it's not what it is. I think Professor said it very well. You shouldn't lose hope. It's easy and better to fail when you're much younger, because you pick up the pieces easily. If you fail at 50, sometimes it's very hard. You tend to give up. So I think it's very important that as we move forward, we know that there are spaces where it's enabling. I think Uganda is exemplary when it comes to refugee management. It has its own challenges, but it's up to us to change our mindset. Change our mindset and move on. So congratulations to the team at AYAN, and we hope for more days to come. Perhaps we'll meet again when it's 20 years. And to the rest of you also, congratulations, because I believe in one way or another you've put up the pieces to make this happen. Thank you.
First of all, my name is Chudir JJ. I am a refugee advocate. It's not going to be like a speech or something. It's going to be a testimony. Back in 2016, AYAN approached us. I and my colleagues were in a community leadership here in Kampala. At that time, I dropped out of school due to tuition fees. I was at Cavendish University. AYAN came to us and told us that we are looking for children who passed with flying colors from the primary school. Please, would you help us find disadvantaged refugee children so that they could apply for these scholarships? Maybe they could get them. And then we welcomed it and we discussed it among ourselves, and we went out looking for children who dropped out of school because of tuition fees, but who had good results, excellent results. I think Daniel Malwal is going to testify on that. He was one of the people who looked for kids. In the community where I worked, we managed to get 12 children, both boys and girls. And then we handed them over to AYAN. AYAN took them to school, just like Rogers said. Those boys and girls went up to senior 4 and senior 3, some of them. As we speak right now, some of them are in their higher education, finishing up. Others found a scholarship, like one of the girls, I remember her name is Nyeyela. She's in Rwanda, studying over there. Another one is called Boy, is in Kampala here. Actually, I met him 2 months ago. So AYAN has done something that has never happened before for the refugees living in Uganda. I testify on that because I was one of the people who had the first-hand information, the first-hand experience. And at the time, AYAN was very small. It's very small, but they have a heart to actually change the lives of others, which is their mandate. So I really appreciate you and congratulate you at the 10th anniversary of AYAN. As the young boy said, Mr. Dut Jacino, that refugees shouldn't be like a blood stain on a white cloth, because this is merely a status. Refugees are people, they have knowledge, they have experiences, and they can contribute positively toward the economy of their host nations. Earlier, I was at a humanitarian exchange conference with my brother Isaac. He was a panelist. He actually spotlighted on the experience of refugee-led organizations. I really appreciate that. I didn't get time to talk to you because I was coming to this event, but we will catch up later. Refugees are people. And I'm glad that Uganda as a country understand that. Thank you so much.
You as young people, I want you to embark on that journey of seeing that you are able to contribute to the transformation of the society where you are. And in case of refugees, in case of refugee camps, how can we make the life of those people better? It is your responsibility as a leader to ensure that you make a small contribution to the life of these people who are in refugees. So refugees arise as a result of failure of leadership. How does leadership fail? Whenever there is disagreement, and disagreement is something you find every day. You even disagree with yourself. You disagree with yourself. Should I wear this or should I wear that? However strong you are, we are human beings. However strong you are, you have no right to simply kill other people. You have no right to chase people from their homes. There are better solutions which normally come out of talking. People in refugee camps, what do you expect them to be doing? They survive on donated food. They have no electricity. They don't have proper sanitation. But they are human beings. And how did they get there? They got there because one leader somewhere decided to do the unthinkable. So I'm appealing to you as young leaders that the issue of refugees is something that we should not have. But remember, if we have it, it's a failure of leadership. Because conflict is inevitable. It will happen. It happens all the time. And the best way to solve conflict is not to fight. The best way to solve conflict is to sit on the table and agree on what needs to be done.
The next decade calls for even greater ambition, greater collaboration, and sharing of experiences among us. We will expand our reach within the East Africa region. We will deepen our impact and continue to innovate. We will invest in digital skills, agricultural development in the different settlements, and also back in our countries of origin. In advocacy, we'll also engage in green jobs and inclusive leadership. We will ensure that no young person is left behind, whether you're in a refugee camp or you are in Kampala. Because the future we dream of, a future of peace, prosperity, and possibility, will only be built by this generation, our generation of hope. So today, as we celebrate 10 years of AYAN, I invite each one of you to actually recommit with us on this purpose. Let us continue to work alongside the young people. Let us continue to believe in their power. Let us continue to act with passion, with purpose, and with hope. Let this celebration be more than just a reflection. Let it be a renewal of our purpose and our journey. Together, we can continue to build a future where every young person has the tools, the voice, and the opportunity to thrive, regardless of their status, regardless of their place of birth, regardless of the tools that they actually have at their hands right now.